Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside.
Hello friends and enemies. Welcome to your December reset. Oh my gosh, how are we here? This has been a flyby year as always. I feel like every year just goes quicker and quicker, but we're here with December. I am just gonna be flat out, December is a loosey-goosey month. We don't have a lot going on. We don't have a lot of strict plans. We're just here vibing with the world, okay? Like we're trying to exist here. So we're going to dive right in and talk about what's going on. I do have a fun announcement. So that'll be the second thing we talk about. But first up, the commitments I have for December, as in lives, podcasts, read-alongs, etc. I have 3 things. First things first, I have Chapter 3 podcast. We are watching 2 rom-coms in December. We're watching Best Christmas Ever and Christmas as Usual this month to discuss on the podcast. And then our bonus content is us reading Christmas Polar Bear, which I'm really excited about. This has been on my TBR forever, so I'm very excited to pick this up. The other 2 things that I have to read this month is I do have to read November's pick for my members, which is Hostile Takeover by Christina C. Jones. I love y'all, and I'm so sorry. They know why. You'll know why on Thursday. This hasn't been done yet, but it's coming. As well as Season of Love by Helena Greer. This is one that has also been on my TBR for a while, and I'm really excited about. This one features queer and fat characters. This is a sapphic romance about a Jewish woman who runs a Christmas tree farm and I'm really excited for it. So that is all of my required reading for the month of December, which is thrilling to say the least. That sounds so bad. I'm not dreading it by any means when I have assigned reading, but it's just going to be a nice break, I think, to really lean into the holiday season for me, to not have like a ton to do. But members, those vlogs are coming early in December for those 2 books. I promise. Literally as soon as I'm done with this project, I'm picking up the book for November. So yeah, that's happening. Then the more exciting thing is obviously as well members will be voting for our next 3 months of reads this month. So I'm going to put together some lists and ideas that will all tie into the next thing, which is that Read What You Own is back for 2024. So in 2023, Shay and I did this whole thing that I kind of thought of inspired by like read your shit, read your TV. Like there's some other things that happen around this. And I was very deeply inspired by these people doing this. And I wanted to create a format that would work for me. And that is why we have now Read What You Own 2024 coming. So we return in January with the new challenge. This year, I feel like we've adapted it to fit better for us, at least. And hopefully for you as well. So instead of it not having any prompts or guidance, we have created bingo boards. We have a really big bingo board that you could use for the year, the quarter, whatever you want to do. And then we have multiple little bingo boards that have more prompts, but all of the prompts are on the big board. Basically, besides, like, there are some that aren't. But the big board, if you completed all the minis, you would complete the big board. So the plan is you can do a monthly bingo, a quarterly bingo, fill up a card and start a new card bingo if you want. It's up to you to kind of help guide you through the prompts and getting through some of your TBR. The other thing we are doing, I created a new tracker this year. So I will have a link down below to the tracker I made for last year that I did the last updated version if you would like to continue with that one, and it has January through December on it, so you can just keep using it. Like, you can literally restart it. But I did make a new tracker design for us, and that one is one that is more of everything in one spot, so that's kind of nice. And then it has a stats page and some charts. I will have a link to an unlisted video for you down below where you can see how to set up the tracker spreadsheet and use it. It's pretty straightforward, but just in case anybody has questions, we are continuing to have the Discord as well for Read What You Own this year. So I'll have a link to that if you want to join us and just talk about what you're reading and your goals. And, you know, we'll try and just stay engaged throughout the year. That's my biggest thing, is I want to stay engaged with the project for the whole year, which we're going to discuss more in depth in my 2024 goals, because I need to read what I own. Desperately need to read what I own. So that is going to be happening. If you have chart requests for the tracker I made, like the new Excel spreadsheet, let me know as well. I'm happy to add more charts. Just kind of slowly fleshing this whole thing out, and I'm very, very excited about it. Next up, let's talk about my arcs for December. And y'all, There are none. There are zero arcs for December, which is thrilling because honestly, for me, I need a break. But 2, it's going to give me an opportunity to catch up on some of my 2023 arcs and also get a head start on 2024. Video coming in this month, actually, about arcs again. So we'll have a little check-in this month.
'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh.
And then last but not least, my potentials for the month of December is also not a giant list, to be honest with you. I'm trying to just kind of keep it narrow, focus in on reading some of the priority things I have, things I know I'm going to enjoy, focusing in on just honestly kind of mood reading my way through December. If that means reading tons and tons of holiday romances, that's what I'm going to do. If that means I'm reading mostly manga, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to read and enjoy the last month of the year. I've already hit my reading goal, so like I don't have any high pressure on myself to do anything. I just kind of want to read the things that are calling to me, especially after this project is done that I've been talking about. You can put it together, I'm sure, but I'm just saying I'm exhausted. All right, first up, we have Venice Actually by Kelly Reynolds. This was on my Thanksgiving TBR potentials to pick up. I've not picked it up yet. I do want to pick it up this month. So it immediately got moved into the potentials for the month of December. I don't know a ton about it. I loved her first book, so here I am and I'm going to read it. I also would like to read Home for Christmas, which is a new to me book. I was saving some faves that Shades and Pages, I believe, dropped. I'll link to her post down below. She did an amazing post with holiday recommendations. This one is about a divorced couple's kid wishing for them to spend a Christmas together, and it's a second chance romance. Please, yes, I need it. I also have Offside Yuletide. I believe this is an older woman, younger man hockey romance, which feels a little weird if you know about what's going on in the hockey world right now. But I want to read it. It is definitely a player's mom, so there's that. It already existed, I guess. But yeah, I would like to read this this month. I think it looks really cute. I also would like to get to Insatiably Yours by Vita Weiss. I got an arc of the audiobook for this one and the first book, Feed, which means it's time for me to read this one because I didn't get to it last month. And I really liked the series. It would also be another duet I finished this year, which is perfection. But yeah, she sent me an arc of the full length, well, the full, like, the longer novella. And I was just like, I need to read this so soon because I love Evita and I love those characters. So revisiting that one is going to be an easy thing. Okay, manga-wise, let's talk. I don't have a ton of manga specifically on my list for December. One thing I will give you a hint on before we talk specifics is I'm catching up on a very popular shonen series that I have read some of before. You can take your guesses. You should be getting that around Christmas. We'll see. If not, it'll be early January, but tentatively Christmas time. You're going to get a fun little video of me catching up on something. But I do have a nice little stack. I picked up some manga on Black Friday. As you know, I did a shop with me video. So I do have a handful that I would like to read before the end of the year so I can decide what I want to pick up because there are things happening in January. I'm sure somebody will figure it out or make a guess, but somebody's coming to visit. So these are the 5 that I for sure would like to get to this month. First of all, we have I Can't Refuse S, Volume 1. This is one of the newer steamships. This is about a butler or something that has to teach her about sex and stuff. Then we have Revenge, another steamship, which is about 2 twins who switch places. Not willingly necessarily, we'll say, but they switch places, and this follows the sister who switches places and ends up marrying the guy her sister's supposed to marry. Next, we have Bite Maker Volume 8. I would like to read this just so I'm caught up again, and I've really liked the last few, so I feel like it's time to just stay caught up on it. Then I have Apothecary Diaries Volume 9. I need to watch the anime still too, but I would like to read this month, so I'm also caught up on the series. And then I also would like to start Honey So Sweet. Shay so kindly gifted me Volume 1 recently, and I feel like I need to read it now so I can like decide if I want to buy more sooner or later. And then I would also like to pick up She Loves to Eat, Cook, She Loves to Eat Volume 3 because this has quickly become one of my favorites. I just need to read Volume 3 ASAP. So that is kind of my stack of like priority physical mangas this month. Otherwise, I will just be picking up what I feel like off of my TBR shelves here. my big goal is to read as much as I can off of those shelves before the New Year so that I have less to read in January on. So yeah. That's all I've got for you today. Let me know your reading priorities in December. Any holiday reads you think I should check out or that you're prioritizing, I'd love to hear about. And if you don't want to do any of those things, leave me a snowflake emoji down below because it is cold, it is winter. I associate snowflakes with December and January, so we're gonna go with it. All right, I'll have links to everything I linked to for you down there, as well as links to me and my friend anywhere on the internet, and I'll talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for.